Hi friends, welcome to Electrical Mind. Today topic is from the subject measurements. Topic is measuring instruments. What is a measuring instrument? Measuring instruments means the instrument which is used for measuring a quantity is known as measuring instrument. Measuring instrument. What are the quantities that we measure through instruments is current, voltage and power. The current is measured by ammeter, voltage is measured by voltmeter, power is measured by power meter or wattmeter. So for these measuring instruments, what are the necessary requirements that we need? So necessary requirements for any measuring instrument. What are the necessaries we see? So the first necessary requirement for measuring instrument is the circuit conditions should not be altered. Altered means should not change. The circuit conditions it may be value or anything. It should not be changed. And the quantity to be measured should not be affected due to the instrument that we used. So whatever the quantity that we are measuring with the instrument, that quantity should not affect the instrument. This is the first necessary requirement for measuring instrument. So the next necessary second thing is the power consumed by the instruments for their operation should be as small as possible. That means the power consumption of the instrument operation, the power consumption must be very small, as small as possible. These two. First necessary thing is the circuit conditions should not be altered or changed, and the quantity to be measured should not get affected due to the instrument that we used. This is the first necessary requirement. Second necessary requirement is the power consumption must be as small as possible for the instrument operation. For instrument operation, the power consumption must be very small. These two are the necessary requirements for any measuring instruments. So next one is classification of measuring instruments. First classification is indicating instruments, recording instruments, integrating instruments. These three are the classification of measuring instruments. First, indicating instruments. In indicating instruments, it make use of the dial and pointer for showing or indicating magnitude of unknown quantity. For the indicating instruments, the examples that comes under the indicating instruments are PMMC, and means permanent magnetic moving coil, MI moving iron instrument, dynamometer, wattmeter, frequency meter and power factor meter. These five instruments that comes under the indicating instruments. What is meant by indicating instrument means it make use of the dial and pointer for showing or indicating magnitude of unknown quantity. It shows magnitude, it indicates the magnitude of unknown quantity is called indicating instruments. The examples are PMMC, MI, dynamometer, wattmeter, frequency meter and power factor meter. So this is about the indicating instrument. Continuous record means it continuously records the electrical quantities in the instrument is called the recording instrument. Examples that comes under the recording instrument are XY plotter. XY plotter is the best example for the recording instrument, and recording voltmeter, recording wattmeter and storage oscilloscope. These are the examples of the recording instrument. So next one is integrating instrument. In integrating instrument, the measured value is added to the actual value. measured values added to the actual value is known as the integrating instruments. The examples of these integrating instrument is household energy meters or kilowatt hour meters and ampere hour meter. So these are the examples of the integrating instruments. Integrating instruments means the measured value is added to the actual value is known as integrating instrument. So this is about the classification of the measuring instruments. Next topic is essential requirement of an instrument. So what are the we have the three essential requirements for the instrument. The first requirement is deflecting system, second one is controlling system, and third one is damping system. So the deflecting system which produces the deflecting torque is known as deflecting system, and the deflecting torque is denoted by TD. So and controlling torque which produces the controlling torque is known as controlling system, and the controlling torque is denoted by TC. So the damping system which produces the damping torque is known as damping system. So these three are the essential requirements of an instrument. So first we see about the deflecting system. So deflecting system. In this deflecting system, the indicating instrument, the mechanical forces are directly proportional to the quantity to be measured. Quantity to be measured is generated, is known as the deflecting system. This deflecting system which produces the deflecting torque is known as the deflecting system. So to overcome this deflecting torque, this deflecting torque overcomes the inertia of the moving system, the controlling torque provided by the controlling system, the damping torque provided by the damping system. So these three are the deflecting torque overcomes the inertia, controlling torque provided by controlling torque, damping torque provided by damping system. So this is about the deflecting system. And to produce the deflecting torque, the deflecting system uses the main following effects. These are the effects that produced by the deflecting effects that are used by the deflecting system. What are the effects that use the deflecting system is magnetic effect, thermal effect, electrostatic effect, induction effect, and Hall effect. So the for magnetic effect is mainly in the instruments of PMMC and moving iron instrument attraction and repulsion type. So what is meant by the magnetic effect? Magnetic effect means when a current carrying conductor is placed in a uniform magnetic field, it experiences a force, so which causes the conductor to move it. This is known as the magnetic effect. This magnetic effect is mainly in PMMC and moving iron attraction type and repulsion type. So what is meant by thermal effect? Thermal effect means the current that passed in a small element and which heats at rising temperature, which heats up to cause the rising temperature is known as the thermal effect. And when the temperature is raised, which is converted to an EMF by a thermocouple attached to it, this is known as the thermal effect. What is meant by thermocouple means the flow of current through the closed circuit, which is called the thermocouple. So this is about the thermal effect. The electrostatic effect means when two plates are charged, there is a force exerted between them. So when the force is exerted, one of the plate moves forward, one of the plate moves. This effect is known as the electrostatic effect in electrostatic instruments. So next one is induction effect. Induction effect means when a non-magnetic conducting disc is placed in a magnetic field, The electromagnets which are excited by alternating currents, an EMF is produced. This effect is known as the induction effect. So, and last effect is Hall effect. Hall effect means Hall effect definition is the semiconducting material is placed in uniform magnetic field that carries current, then EMF is produced between the two edges of the conductor. This effect is known as the Hall effect. So this effect is mainly we can see in the mainly used in the flux meters. This mainly used in flux meters. So these are the effects that produce deflecting torque in the deflecting system, which uses to produce the deflecting torque in the deflecting system, it uses the following effects: magnetic effect, thermal effect, electrostatic effect, induction effect, and Hall effect. So this is about the deflecting system. In next class we will see about the కంట్రోలింగ్ సిస్టమ్ అండ్ డాంపింగ్ సిస్టమ్. ఈ వీడియో కానీ మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే లైక్, షేర్, సబ్స్క్రైబ్ టు మై ఛానల్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ ఫర్ వాచింగ్.